And in the meantime, more and more gas and coal is getting mined.
Yep.
70 new projects, mate. 70.
I know. Why is that not in the frigging news, mate? It's
I know.
like, God.
Why don't people
It's
know about it?
huge news.
G'day, everyone. Welcome to the Bothy. I'm Chris.
G'day, I'm Al.
Look away now, Chris Bowen, because you are not going to like this. Australia sits 56th out of 67 countries on the Climate Change Performance Index.
Oh, shame. Shame on you, Australia.
And we've fallen from 52 in 2025 and 50th in 2024. We're collapsing with Bowen at the helm, mate. What is going on?
I know you're going to explain it all to me, but with all the push for renewables and all this stupid land clearing and for this, that, and the next thing, how is that even possible?
Exactly right. I'll tell you. You're right. I am going to tell you, mate. This is an index of 67 nations to check how they are tracking toward what they committed to in the Paris Agreement and how they are tracking toward their 2030 emissions reduction target. So all that virtue signalling for no gain, mate, according to these guys. This is a terrible result, according to the CCPI, driven mainly by Australia's continued fossil fuel expansion with no clear renewable industry support.
Now, I wasn't even aware that we'd expanded our fossil fuel exports and whatnot.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Well, because it's not in the news.
Exactly right.
So
does this mean that all the pain we're going through with renewable energy is for naught, mate?
it's for nothing, mate.
So first of all, what is the Climate Change Performance Index and what is its purpose? It's a team run out of Germany. They're all Germans except for one bloke who is from Lebanon. They are described as an independent monitoring tool for tracking a country's climate mitigation performance. It increases transparency in national and international climate policy and enables comparison of individual countries' climate action efforts, their commitment to the Paris Agreement, and their progress. They are backed by the
UN.
Yes. They are funded by two philanthropic families.
Oh, God.
One is the Schmidt family through Stiftung Mercator, who, among other interests, invest very heavily in solar farms, mate.
Oh, what a shock.
Honestly, it all comes back to money.
It's all money. It's all
comes back
profit,
to
money. Yeah.
Does matter. So who heads these rankings, you ask?
Yes. Who's top of the list?
Well, no one, mate.
No one.
No. The top three spots are vacant because no country in the world is seen to be capable of being assessed as performing strongly across all categories, ending up with a rating of very high. So nobody first, nobody second, nobody third.
So it starts at fourth. So who's fourth?
Denmark.
Then
your second favourite country?
the UK.
The UK. And then Morocco, and then Chile.
That's a shock.
At the other end of the scale, in very last place, is Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Just below Iran. How does that happen?
I know. It's crazy.
So they're holding the ladder up just above Iran. In third last is the USA, and just above them, Russia. China are in 57th. We're in 56th. India.
Well, that's laughable itself, isn't it?
It is a bit.
I mean, how many power stations do they open every month? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
20 coal plants a month or something, something crazy.
How can we? It's because what? So these people that are deciding on the fact that what have you told us you're going to do? So they've basically said we're doing nothing until 2030. We've done a little bit here and there. They've got solar, they've got wind farms, but in comparison to us, what are they like? 200 times more filthy than we are.
Yeah.
In comparison to like burning fossil fuels.
Yeah.
So how can we even be there and then how can it just be one spot?
Because it's a rating taken on what we promised.
Exactly. That's just stupid.
Yeah, they promised nothing. They should be last. India sits mid-table at 23, but they've fallen from 10th the previous year, so it feels like they might have taken their foot right off the renewables. But what's all this about fossil fuels, mate? That caught me by surprise, and you, when we had a quick look at this before.
Well, you never hear about it in the news, do you? You think that would be big news.
You'd think.
Unless the news were in their pockets. See.
So the CCPI state that Australia continues to maintain subsidies for the fuel export sector and support the expansion of the infrastructure of the fossil fuel extraction, providing financial, legal and political support for expanding the extraction of fossil fuels in Australia. It goes on to say that Australia has just approved the largest gas export terminal expansion in its history, the Northwest Shelf Extension. We did a story on that.
Yep.
To 2070. This plans to help pave the way to further fossil fuel dependency. Australia is among the 10 countries with the largest developed coal and gas reserves, and it currently plans to increase production. Data shows that Australia is the second largest exporter of coal and third largest exporter of liquefied natural gas. The Australian government has stated that gas exports will remain at current levels until 2035 before starting to decline by 2040. There's something fishy going on here, mate.
Something very strange. Because if they were keeping it, if they were smart, they would have it running at such a way with the renewables so that it didn't cost us crap loads more in fuel costs.
Yep.
You think they would slowly try and run renewables into it while still keeping that a similar level throughout the board for people paying for fuel.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're
right.
not.
Doesn't look like it. Well,
So
doesn't feel like it. The Australian federal government have approved 12 coal mines projects between May 22 and May 25, including 7 in the first half of 24-25 financial year. One of these, the Vulcan South Mine, is a new operation, while the others are approved expansions of existing coal mines, which allow for continued operation for several decades. I mean,
surely that would be the smart thing to do and share a little bit of that coal and gas to keep our prices low.
you'd think so, wouldn't you?
Well, it just makes common sense. Why make it painful for the people?
Yeah, I agree.
Do they not think we're going to whinge about 37% price hikes or whatever it is since they've got in? How much is it now?
Oh, over 100.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, another 24.
I mean, if they were smart, they would just go, right, let's just take maybe 10 or 15% of what we're going to send to Asia. We'll have that ourselves, keeping the prices a bit lower so we don't have to hit them with such a hike. And I mean, I know renewables are subsidised, so that's always going to cost us, even though it's the cheapest energy in the world, because they subsidise it so much. That's why our bills are going up so much.
But it sounds like gas, oil and coal are subsidised as well, mate. They always were subsidised,
Yeah.
so I would imagine that they still would be. The Australian government's list of major resource projects identify 40 coal projects and 30 oil and gas projects in the development pipeline, in addition to the projects the government has already approved. That's 70 new projects.
That is mental.
The Australian Federal Resource Minister noted that we will need to keep producing more gas in Australia to ensure a stable and orderly energy transition.
Well, that's what I just said, but they're not doing it.
Doesn't feel like it. We've got
It's
no
not
gas in
orderly.
Victoria.
It's not orderly at all. What are they talking about?
So what the hell's going on here? All this new coal and gas, and we have to rely on crappy wind and solar. Power prices are going through the roof. Expectations are that they'll go up another 24% in 2026. And we say we've got the cheapest form of energy?
Yeah.
I mean, for us, what a load of crap.
A lot of bollocks.
So let's have a look at a couple of examples of new mines that have just gone online. So the Vulcan South Mine, which hasn't gone online yet, this is gold, mate. You can't make this shit up. The mine is 35 kilometres south of Moranbah, located in the Bowen Basin.
The Bowen Basin.
Isn't that gold?
Did they just write that in there?
No, it's true. It aims to extract 13.5 million tonnes of steel-making coal over a 7-year life starting in 2026. That is deemed not okay by the CCPI. So these radical climate lunatics, are they trying to ban steel as well?
As it sounds like, doesn't it?
Because most of these coal projects are for steel. So they are coking mines.
Yeah.
Yep. Environmental groups have raised concerns about the clearing of protected koala and greater glider habitats. The Greens have formally and strongly protested this mine.
So they've finally got off their arses and started talking about land that's being cleared for projects. Not solar, not bloody wind towers, yet they'll whinge about this and wonder why.
So a formal complaint put in about this coal mine. How many wind tower projects do you reckon the Greens have protested in Queensland where national forests are being knocked down? Exactly. Not one. That's because their donations come from renewable energy sources. But
Just follow the money.
Exactly right. Do not let them fool you, people. They are a con. What about new gas projects, mate? This one is just a crying shame. Let's look at the new Barossa LNG project in the Timor Sea off the coast of Northern Territory.
Yep, the big one.
240 k's off the coast. Operated by Santos. So
happy days, Santos.
We already have an issue. It will produce 3.7 million tonnes per annum of LNG.
Wow.
That is a lot.
Which we will see none of, and most of the profits will go overseas as well.
It opened in 2026 and the first load has already departed for Japan.
So January 26th, that's when it...
Yeah, it opened this month.
Wow.
This mine is designed to feed the Asian market who are screaming for LNG, but nothing here for Australia, not one.
Is this one of the ones that's at 2005 prices?
No.
It's not.
That's the Northwest Shelf.
All right.
Yeah. So you were bang on, mate. Probably no taxes or excises either. Santos have got a way of making that happen. It could have been pipeline gas for the east coast of Australia, but
it could have been. Should have been.
No domestic consumer gas use at all from that new mine. So we'll give it away to whoever sticks their hand up first. We'll say, you in the front, you take it. It's yours. It was just sitting on our note strip anyway. You just take it.
Just take it.
Yep. Free.
Yep.
Free to a good one, mate.
It's all good, mate.
There are some gas projects in the pipeline that will help to increase supply of gas to domestic consumers up and down the east coast of Australia. Let's see how that goes. There's nothing being built at the moment.
Mate, if they're talking about hitting us with more more costs on our fuel and energy bills, then I can't see it making a huge difference, right? Exactly. Or they'd already be telling us about it.
Yep. So the Climate Change Performance Index thinks we are failing. We think we are failing.
Yep.
Do the government understand that they are failing, mate? They're selling our crap for nothing.
Yep.
And they're charging us more to do it.
For the cheapest energy they have.
Yeah. Surely we can stop the charade and find a way forward that allows us to reduce emissions, increase our standard of living through exporting of minerals and fossil fuels, and create a balanced, reliable, affordable energy market. Surely we can do that. That's exactly what you were saying, mate. Let's creep each of them up.
Yep.
Or creep one down while the other goes up. Let's do it over 25 years.
Yeah. Don't just keep hitting us with extra fuel bills and think that we're just going to ignore it.
Yeah.
It's just shitting everybody off.
It is.
And that's why people are jumping ship. That's why they're leaving the sinking ship and they're running to bloody Pauline Hanson, because these guys don't have a clue.
And in the meantime, more and more gas and coal is getting mined.
Yep.
70 new projects, mate. 70.
I know. Why is that not in the freaking news, mate? It's like, God.
Why don't people know about it?
It's huge news.
Have you seen the Barossa?
But they don't want to sell that idea, do they?
Have you seen the Barossa? I looked at the mass media newspapers and I couldn't find it.
That is ridiculous.
Couldn't find it in the Australian, the Age, the Herald Sun, the Sydney Morning Herald.
That is just simply ridiculous.
Now I can only get behind the paywall on one of those to do a proper search, but I could not find anything online.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe I didn't look hard enough. The point is, you're not hearing about all these projects from anywhere. Not 9, 10, 7, not even the crazy ABC, and not even really Sky.
Not Sky. You think Sky would be on it?
Yeah. They're not. So let us know what you think, everybody. What is going on? We're paying more to have intermittent power from solar, wind and battery, while...
And in the meantime, we're making Asia's power cheaper.
Cheaper and more
reliable.
And more reliable.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense at all.
No, none.
Yeah, as usual. Let us know what you think, everyone.
Thanks, guys.
See ya.